Okay, John Lewis is the Chief Knowledge Officer for SearchBlox Software and Explanation Age LLC. And he brings his expertise to enhance the enterprise search journey. And he's also on the advisory board of the Lifeboat Foundation and does some interesting things around search. You going to talk to us a little bit today? Absolutely. Okay, please welcome John Lewis. By the way, he also has a book in our bookstore, so check that out too. I forgot to name it. There we go. Thanks, John.
Okay. Thank you for that introduction. And the name of the book is Story Thinking. It's still in the bookstore, Beyond Storytelling. Okay, I'm John Lewis with SearchBlox. I want to preface this by saying this might sound like a sales pitch. Please don't take it that way. Take it as a behind-the-scenes look at what it's like working at a search engine company over the last year. Okay. Can we have a conversation about conversational AI? Okay, for what purpose? For the purpose of unlocking knowledge in your organization. Okay, before we do that, though, just a bit about us. All right, so SearchBlox has been providing search solutions since 2003 with enterprise internet, e-commerce, and site search. Secure enterprise solutions for financial services, healthcare, government, and technology. So that's what we've been doing. Here's some of the, in those four categories or sectors, some of the leaders that's been using SearchBlox. And some recognition from IDC, Gartner, and KM World. Okay, with that, what do we mean by unlocking knowledge? First, we started thinking about what is it that's actually happening in the organization? What are you actually doing at what time that we want to unlock knowledge? And the realization is there's really two fundamental different mindsets or thinking that's going on in the organization. Okay, innovation and productivity. You might call them different things. But it might sound like research and development, knowledge exploration, finding pioneers. That's very different than repetitive operations. Knowledge exploitation, provide the right answer at the right time to the right person. That's different than what's the right question. And finding experts. So we were thinking about innovation and saying, is knowledge management, is that the organization that's going to help organizations throughout this entire cycle? Are we known for being a trusted resource as a field advisor, helping organizations through the innovation management process? Or do they see us focusing on knowledge capture once they've innovated and knowledge retention? So one of the things that we realized, I want to encourage you to check out a new certification in innovation management, because I think that it's not just our technology, it's our field together helping clients through the entire cycle. Well, what's a good example? Can you think of one that relates to innovation in the last year? Been very disruptive, rhymes with ChatGPT. So this came along, and this shiny new chatbot. Oh, this isn't just any chatbot. This shiny new chatbot is AI-based. I mean, it can write code. It's the hammer. That means everything looks like a nail, okay? The hype curve was off the chart, okay? And then you start to look at it and go, is that really true? So the hype curve starts to go through its course, right? And you go, maybe not so much. Let's take a look at this. This is our unified AI strategy. We still do want to find documents. Our clients want to find lists of documents and URLs. They want to find an answer directly out of that content. But they now also want to generate answers from knowledge silos and use specific types of AI throughout each of those technologies. Let's take a look at those individually. Okay, we've all experienced this, right? We search for something, we can't find it. Usually it's because humans don't put all the metadata onto the documents. If it does have a title, the title says template or something like that. So the search engine can't really work. So what if, while we're indexing documents, we're using a specific type of AI to look at the document, read it, and go, oh, you're missing a title. I just read you. Here's a good title for you. We don't know what category you belong to. Here's some keywords. We'll place that on the document. So now you're able to find documents. All right. How about when we're helping users with suggestions? Instead of just using autocomplete, how about making it based on your content? Okay. Another example, instead of manually producing FAQ, why don't we read the content and produce FAQ automatically? Okay, because if you're just doing, here's what I like to say, if you're just answering the most frequent questions, you're not answering most questions. So we can look at fact-based information and use generative AI for questions that would show up in search. And now to chatbot. Answers only from your content, okay? Early on, there was concern about using a chatbot on a website. It was providing answers from all over the internet and other places. So it needs to work on your website. But not just one particular repository. You want it to pull information from several. Private LLM server option. One of the things the clients are interested in is keeping their data secure and not being in the cloud. So that's the thing that we're offering and suggesting, actually, internally hosted. So why is that important? Not just from a security standpoint of, here's my IP, people know that we know how to do this, we don't want this out. But the interesting thing about this is, back to the idea of innovation, you're having a chat with some chatbot in the cloud, and you're thinking, give me some ideas for a business case on this idea. Write me some code on a particular product I'm thinking about inventing. So as you're actually ideating, it's in the cloud, and the possibilities there for someone to get ahead of you. So the other thing that it does to have a private LLM, it solves the fixed cost model problem. People are saying, this is a really cool idea. How much does it cost? What's a token? I don't know what that means. And how variable each month do I have to budget? So with private LLMs, you can have a fixed cost model. Okay, so that's, in general, what the unified AI strategy looks like. You can think of this as a matrix of use cases, really, with the top row of innovation obviously implemented inside your company, not on your website. So we still want to search for whatever it is, patents or ideas, projects. We want to search for products and services. We want FAQ. We want specific answers for how to use something, how to maintain something. And still now add this chatbot capability, which will help us in ideation in our organization, but also on our website, explanations, like when should I use this product? What would be the best one for me? We would want to tune them differently for this matrix. So overall, a unified AI strategy should use your knowledge repositories, embed with your existing websites, make it configurable for your branding, meet security standards, provide a better digital experience, and everyone wants to decrease the call center calls, right? So, if you stop by our booth at the conference and wonder why our backdrop looks like this, it's just merely showing an interface with search, FAQ, and chat, all of them driven by AI. So let's take a quick look at our chatbot in a little more detail. This is it asking me, hello, what can I help you with? And I said, how does knowledge drive the enterprise? So this is I actually pointed our chatbot at a website that I thought would have some information like this. It turned out to be kmworld.com. Is that okay? Let's point a chatbot at kmworld.com and ask it this question. And it said, knowledge drives the enterprise by enabling organizations to make informed decisions and so forth. And gives us links to the resources that it found that I can click on and dive in. I thought it was a pretty good answer, so I gave it a thumbs up. What if I wanted to personalize it? I don't want it to say AI. I want to give it a name. So what if I want it to be Chatty? Hi, I'm Chatty. How can I help you? How hard would that be? Let's just type it in and save it. What about insights? What about audits, requiring us to know what's happening in those conversations? I might want to know who else is looking for enterprise. Maybe I had a particular product I want to see that they're talking about. Or maybe it's for a particular time frame that I'm looking at. I had a particular promotion. Or maybe I just want to see, when did people click a thumbs down? Because it's looking at your content. If people are saying, it didn't find what I thought I was looking for, you would want to know it's probably a content gap in your content. So now you can go through and add that content. And at some point, you're going to want to retrain. So it could be scheduled. If you don't want to wait till midnight or whenever you got it scheduled, we have a process called click a button. All right, now I want to back a little bit bigger picture again, because I love, by the way, the theme this year at KM World. It's perfect. Thrills and challenges of the tech-driven KM journey. And it's been a journey for me. How many of you started coming to KM World when it was at the San Jose convention? Before it was there, a much smaller place, Santa Clara convention. How many of you started coming to KM World then and still coming now? There's only a few of us left. So I'm just saying this because I've never seen a year like this last year as a disruptive technology for KM that's really cool. So I want to talk about not just thrills, but challenges. So this really happened to me using ChatGPT. Over the last couple of years, if you saw me presenting, I wasn't on a stage. I looked like this, just like the rest of us, and with a webcam and a microphone. I started getting into microphones. This one is called a Rode NT2A. It has different patterns. I wanted to go back and look at how should I be using this. Am I using it correctly? Why not use ChatGPT? Gave me a great answer. It summarized the different patterns, making sure that as I clicked on images, actually, I thought, let me see. Yeah, that's what I really want to see, the pattern, where it's picking up my voice, but not the noise behind the microphone, maybe a fan on a laptop or something. So that's the conversation I'm having. I had one more mic. You might have seen me present with this one. It's called a baby bottle by a company called Blue. Same question, blue baby bottle pattern. Gave me a great answer, summarized exactly what I was looking for. But when I clicked on images in this conversation that I'm having, what do you think I saw? Well, I did not expect this. So it tells us we have an expectation about what conversation means, conversation context, and keeping that context, right? So that's kind of the state of the art today. It'll change tomorrow. All right, so quick summary. Conversational AI is part, that's the key word, part, of a unified AI strategy for unlocking organizational knowledge. Its strengths include generating answers from across knowledge silos. Challenges can include security and cost models, unless you're using a private LLM. And the expected improvements over the next year, or it could be weeks, include speed and conversation context memory. And a quick summary about SearchBlox and our journey, enterprise search, platinum support, fully managed enterprise search, and now also our search AI line, including what we're featuring at the conference, Smart Suggest, Smart FAQs, and our shiny new chatbot. Okay, thank you.